Happy 4th of July!
Hi! Hello!
Hello! Bang!
Here we are in our messy room. Where's Jacob?
Jacob is downstairs getting ice for an ice pack.
We're on the 5th level. Did you look down?
Yeah, I did.
Whoa, big.
Oh, there's the grocery store where we bought our groceries last night.
Big bush.
And there's the Circuit City where we bought the battery for this camera last night.
There's Jacob!
Introducing Jacob.
Hi, I'm Jacob.
What have you been watching, Jacob?
What motorboats?
What?
Motorboats.
What you been doing, Jacob?
Now I've been looking at motorboats and now I'm not aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes.
Yeah. Stand still. Aeroplanes.
We're pretty hard to interview. What's that right up there?
That plane? The Spirit of St. Louis.
Aha, Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah, but I'm not from St. Louis.
You're not?
No.
Where are you from?
Dallas.
Where are you from?
Dallas?
Dallas?
What kind of camera is that?
It's an old antique.
You're supposed to say the best
The
kind.
best kind. It was the one that was made back when the Spirit of St. Louis was done. Okay, whose airplane's in the middle of the room?
White, but right.
And they're still riding on it.
Must be good.
Joint missions.
Okay, as I'm like yawning, like every time somebody starts talking to me, like it makes me really tired. Yeah. What's your brother? Is he in the? What like is he in the Naval Academy? Does he like it? Oh, really? That priest was really nice.
Gibbon, Nebraska. High school band.
That's really bad.
See how they didn't start to play?
Can't wait till I get a freeze. I know, it's like Campbell Cup in the last time we like use this, like open the can, they dump it in, I warm it up, and I just got dinner. Really? It's not like a 70s kind of yucky December. Yeah. It's not great, but the food can't beat the food. It's expensive, right? Like are you paying for it or are they?
Well, we gotta.
Are you talking about
His pants.
Oh, they're picking it up.
Danville, New York.
The TV camera was talking to the school. Oh, yes. They got the crowd to go.
Oh, buddy. I'll pick it up on a shirt. Thank you. Nope. Rooney. Back up with the shade a little bit. You're not supposed to open it. You're just supposed to wear it around you so you're cool. Put it up next to your face, Paul. Right here. Yeah, like that. See how it's nice and cool? Now, buddy. clapping, huh? Well, I want your glasses anymore? Yeah, put that over your eyes if you want to. Well, Daddy, to make it a little wet for you, so it's even cooler. Oh, no.
Puis c'est dans son ventilateur. Ouais, c'est spécial.
Like on this
Yeah, this is so cool.
About to sponsor that. Hog and barbecue.
Video when you're down the number. Said you gotta use the calling.
I want to do it on Evan. You have some cold stuff with you, okay? What? I don't know where any are.
And away we go. I got the peanuts and I got the car keys.
This is the Treasury Department. Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, I thought you guys were already moving. What did it say? What did it say?
Drug war dead.
These trees and grounds have been given new life over and over again by the children and grandchildren who have laughed and grown with this President's Park. The trees have been surrounded with sandboxes, jungle gyms, tree houses, and slides. Famous White House pets have run all through these gardens, and what a variety there's been. Birds, cats, snakes, dogs, and even a bear. There have been ponies for little cowboys, and cows to give fresh milk, and grazing sheep to mow the lawn. These grounds have been the scene of fashionable, sedate receptions and the frolicking fun of Easter egg laying. The President's Park has been lit by twinkling lights for parties and by troop campfires during the Civil War. An airplane landed here back in 1911 after an astounding cross-country flight. Here, President Lincoln received the first telegraphic message from aloft, a transmission from a gas balloon hovering overhead. Today, the area before you also becomes the landing pad for the President's helicopter. It is by helicopter that the President may leave for his retreat.
The National Christmas Tree. What have you been doing there, son?
Been looking around, looking at the flag of 1812.
Flag of 1812. See any motorboats?
No, not yet.
Not
No
yet?
motorboats.
Been looking for them?
Yeah, I've been looking for them.
Yeah.
I don't see
Okay,
any.
what's to your right?
Food stands. Yeah, food stands.
Food stands, huh?
Food stands there, and then the monument
Hello.
is over there.
Which monument?
The Washington Monument.
Let me talk to Betty Holly here for a minute. What have you been doing?
Looking at the camera.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing today? You're a little close.
My favorite thing. Staying in the motel. No, looking at the flag of 1812.
Oh yeah? Is that better than the Air and Space Museum?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Cool. How about the White House?
Yeah, it's better than the White House.
Think you'll live there someday? How about you? You gonna live in the White House someday?
No.
How about you?
Sure.
First woman president?
No way. First woman grandmother president.
Oh.
First grandmother. First something.
Who's that?
I don't know. One of my grandkids
My
wants to be president of the
great-grandkids
United States.
Okay, anything you want to leave for posterity?
Happy 4th of July! Hi.
That's it.
Hello, Jacob.
Hi.
Joe.
Hi.
Close up time. I'm not going to take your name. It's pretty cool, man.
Carried every day on a sedan ship.
Close. This is different. Cool. Working. That was one of my guys.
these great men formed these documents. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been allowed to come in here. You'll also be able to come up here to get your photograph taken if you'd like. Now, during the summer of 1787, the U.S., a lot of delegates came here. They told their states that what they were going to do is take the old Articles of Confederation and rework it so that it would fit the society at that time. Instead, they decided to do something a little bit different. They wanted to write a whole new constitution. So they came here in secret session over that summer. They closed up all the windows, pulled the shades, drew the shutters. So it was a very warm, hot summer also for those 4 months. It was one of the hottest summers in all of Philadelphia's history. So you can imagine how humid and terribly hot it got in here. Not to mention that these men were getting hot at each other. They were arguing their cases on whether they should even be drawing a new constitution up, and if they should, what should it say? And how should this new federal government be formed? Finally, it was decided that it should be a federal government. The new constitution was a good idea, and there should be 3 branches of that government. It should be a checks and balance system. No one branch of that government should be stronger than the other 2. They should always keep an eye on each other. And the people should have the power. Well, no one actually knew if it would actually fly. But one man, Benjamin Franklin, he did have a little bit of foresight. He said he often looked up here and saw a chair that had a half sun on it. George Washington often used it to sit at. He said he couldn't decide if that was ever a rising or a setting sun. But finally he said, at length, I have happiness to know that it is a rising and not a setting sun. So he felt like this new country was rising instead of setting, and that this Constitution would work. 200 years later, we know that it was a good thing. It's flexible enough that it can still work today. Well, I'd like to thank everybody for the time. I'm up here to answer any questions you might have. Please feel free to come up to the front and see how the room generally is furnished. There is a portrait up here. And if you want to come up here where the desk and all these men who come one by one to sign these 2 documents, you're welcome to come up here and have your photo taken. Thank you. Would I like to talk to my house? Read into about refurbishing.
What you doing?
Andrew Violence Square.
Are you going to sign the Declaration of Independence?
Yeah, I signed it.
Okay.
My name's on it. Right next to John Hancock.
Eagle Scout. Did you sign it?
No, not yet.
You going to?
Go 7, come back.
Boy.
Hello.
Nice music.
What?
Nice music.
Yes.
So how
Playing
was,
it on a drum.
what's out there? See anything?
I think there's the Statue of Liberty out there.
Can't hear you.
Oh, you're
I think that's the Statue of Liberty over there.
Oh, you do.
Right there.
It is.
Well, I've been looking at sailboat.
What'd you see go by, Jacob?
Motorboat.
Hey Joe, how was chow?
Oh, good.
Was it good? What was the best part?
Chicken pot pie.
Was it? How about you,
Oh,
Mom?
that chicken pot pie was great. But so was like cranberries and homemade apple pie.
How about you, Jake? What was the best?
All of it.
All of it. All right.
All of it.
Let's see what your plate looks like. Oh, man. That's awesome.
Get to eating.
It's a blacksmith's home. This is his attached garage, I guess. And what is our project today?
I'm finishing up something called a tippet, which is a knit collar to wear in the wintertime. Just on the last row now, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
Something a little fancy that I don't really need, but I want anyway. And Christina's working, she's going to be starting a pot holder. And this pot holder is kind of neat because you cut out hexagons and sew those together. And then quilt in the pattern of the hexagons.
Neat. Have you learned to quilt yet?
Yes, I've quilted before.
Wow, I'm amazed with quilting. I like quilting, but I don't do it.
If you look upstairs in the townhouse, there is a quilt that's on a frame that is nearly finished.
Great.
It's a reproduction of an original in the museum collection that dates from about 1806 from Martha's Connecticut.
And they do it the old-fashioned way.
You bet. No sewing machines involved.
I said it's shaped more or less like a battleship with a line down the center. It's raised in the middle and narrow on the edges. Has a little rat tail curve for hanging it off. And then it goes into a transitional round. Round is really neat because you can twist it and it doesn't show. That's what I do to keep the handle and the tines in line. When you hammer on them, they often go out of round, out of shape. Sometimes because the metal does. And if you twist it, it makes it, on square stock, it'll make a slight spiral, which looks really ugly.
But round it doesn't matter.
Round don't matter. That's one reason why most things that are made like this have a round transition. It's a place where you can manipulate metal without showing it. When you make rectangular and square stuff, when you twist it, it twists. So a lot of times what you do to fake people out is you twist it a lot and call it a decoration. But that might have been done initially to get the twist out where these two things were out of line. And when he twisted it in line, he found out because it was the way he hammered it, there's a twist in the center of the bar. So he heat it up, give it another full rotation, now it looks like you meant it. A lot of stuff is twisted for reasons like that.
What is that piece right there?
This is going to be a fork, a roasting fork. I haven't made the tines yet. That's what this area is. That's the handle and, like I said, the round transition. So now I'm going to mark it and figure out where I want it to crack today. So I guess I want it maybe here.
And you babysat last night?
Oh, no, I mean, I'm sorry.
Must have been Friday
Friday
night.
night.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, wow. Yeah. No, because I had gone up to see the fire. Small.
Did they go up?
My Karen checked.
So she was like,
That is.
My guy's like, oh, you want an arm wrestle?
A pretty good stock of wood there, don't they?
they're laying eggs.
No, it's like getting your hair cut. I'm in fast motion.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I don't.
For 7 years. Beautiful stuff.
Cells are different, whatever.
Yep, right. So the law will make me make your sign a whiskey barrel.
You're going to stay in there a while.
That's the simple task of floating log onto the carriage. Pretty easy, lots of fun, and pretty much a one-man job. So, only half the men we should be, I guess. All we're going to do now is just, first going to turn on the water, we're just going to bring it up to the saw blade, and then push this up so that this shelf is underneath that side of the log. And then pick up two cross pieces that'll sit right on the carriage.
Meeting, I'd like to ask if anyone would volunteer where they're from. Anybody? Where are you from?
Texas.
Texas. Anyone else? Where are you from? Massachusetts. Me too. California. He wins a prize for farthest away. But forget it. Doesn't matter where you're from, because we are now going to be transported back through the realms of time to old colonial Boston town. Now, since we are being transported, does anyone know what the date is? Anybody? Volunteer the information if you know it?
1773.
I've heard 1773. Specifically, the date is December 16th, and since it's no longer a beautiful day, you are now feeling cold, wind, snow, breezy. You're loving it, I'm sure. Now see, today is the day of decision, as we like to call it.
Yeah, why this one?
Now we're all British subjects. Am I right? Howie? Howie?
Okay, hello everyone.
Good morning.
That was very enthusiastic. Let's try that again. Hello everyone. Well, as she has said, we've been transported back through time to 1773, December 16th, the night of decision. And you all know what we're here meeting about, right?
Taxation without representation.
Taxes.
Taxes! We don't like taxes, do we?
No!
Okay, it appears you're all going to need a lesson on how to be colonial Bostonians at a town meeting. In 1773, at a town meeting, you will quite often hear things that you would not like or you disagree with. When you hear something like that, you wouldn't shout out no or boo or anything like that. You would take your fist, throw it down towards the ground, and shout out in defiant, "Fine!" Yes, I said fight, F-I-E. Okay, let's try it. Okay, we'll get another chance. And you will also hear things at this town meeting that you will like, that you'll agree with. When you hear something like that, almost the same thing, you would take that same fist, this time throwing it high into the air, shouting out a hearty, "Hear, hear!" Some of you still aren't doing it. You know who you are. So we're going to test you all on it. I don't think some of you will do very well with it. We're going to go very quickly, so you're going to have to pay very close attention. Here we go.
Hear, hear! Five! Hear, hear! Five!
Okay. Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt on that one. It's getting a little tricky. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to start this town meeting with some angry crowd noises from you, because you are all upset about the taxes. And there are so many of us here. There are over 7,000 people here. I feel. Don't bother trying counting. Just trust me on this. So many people that the town meeting did start at Faneuil Hall, but we didn't all fit. So we had to move here to the Old South Meeting House. And although we all fit here, it's still very tightly packed, as you can see. And you've been all sitting here for a while. So you're uncomfortable, you're upset about the taxes. Show me how angry you are. Come on. Come on, keep it going. Order! I know we're all upset about the taxes, but we good sons and daughters of liberty have been through some tough scrapes before. Have we not? Well, it was just a short 8 years ago when the Stamp Act was upon us. You all remember the Stamp Act. You, ma'am, seem extremely upset about that Stamp Act. Since you're so upset, rise up and tell everyone about it using all your passion.
It's a terrible thing. Join with me. Fight them. Fight, fight, fight. Here, here. Here, here.
This woman is so upset about that Stamp Act, she's dumbfounded. Promise to calm down, ma'am. I'll fill in the details that you forgot. Okay? Now, the Stamp Act was a tax on all legal documents. All legal documents, in order for them to be considered legal instead of a piece of paper with some scribbling on them, we had to go find a Stamp Act commissioner, pay him money to put a stamp on it. Now this included things such as birth certificates, marriage licenses, college diplomas, and later, for taxation purposes, they even started considering as legal documents newspapers. And gambling, cards, and dice. I can see that upsets you, sir. Bye, sir. Bye. And they even taxed us on our last wills and testaments. Now, death and taxes are bad enough. What did you think when they tried combining the two? We got through that. We rallied. We protested. We boycotted English goods. And we got that Stamp Act repealed. Who said 5? We got rid of the tax.
He's a Tory.
Yes, I understand.
He works for the IRS.
He's a loyalist. That's okay, we'll take care of him later. Unfortunately, though, even though we got that Stamp Act repealed, our happiness was short-lived. For 2 years later, Parliament had another trick up its sleeves called the Townshend Duties of 1767. Now, the last tax, we boycotted English goods to get repealed, so they found things to tax us on that we could not boycott. Things that we didn't make here in the colonies. Things that we needed for our livelihood and commerce, such as glass, paper, paint, molasses, lead, and the big one tonight?
Tea.
Come on, everyone say it. The big one? Tea. How can they tax us on that, ma'am? It's our favorite drink. It's our life's blood, sir. A day without tea would be like a day without
Water.
sunshine. A day without tea would be like a day without
Sunshine!
Exactly. You all love your tea well. But I'm sad to say this, but these taxes that they are lowering on us, we're all being tricked with them. For they are illegal. For if you all remember the Magna Carta of 1215, that fount of all our British liberties, in it, it implies that no British subject shall be taxed without his representation in Parliament. Am I right? Yeah! And are we not British, just like our brethren across the seas in the mother country? Yeah! But do we have representation in Parliament? Are we treated as their equals? We are only treated as British for taxation purposes. Well, I would even say that taxation without representation is tyranny.
Here.
Okay, you all remember that. Let's try it together. Taxation without representation is tyranny. We're at a crisis point right now. Let me come down there. We're out in Boston Harbor. There are 3 ships. The Eleanor, Dartmouth, and the Beaver. And those 3 ships are loaded down with lots and lots of tea! 342 crates of tea. Now, once those ships pull into harbor, they have 20 days in which to unload the tea and pay the taxes on it. So far, they have been out there 19 days. Tomorrow, the 20th day, customs officials will have the power to board those ships, seize the tea, and give it to our merchants. What say you to that?
Bye!
And I'm sad to say this, but there are some so-called patriots out there who care more for that cheap tax tea than they do for the cause of our liberty. What say you to that?
Bye!
They will go into those shops, buy that tea, thereby pay the tax upon it. You know who you are. Can we allow them to do that? Well, it's obvious that something must be done about this tea, but I, Samuel Adams, am just your humble moderator. I can't put forth any ideas or suggestions, so I need ideas from you, the good people of Boston. What shall we do about this tea? Please raise your hands. What'd you say? Dump it, sir? That's very funny. Did you come up with that all by yourself? I just love a good joke at a serious town meeting. You were joking, weren't you? No? Oh, I understand that you. Okay. She says dump the tea.
I say drink
Wait a minute. Do you know that tea...
Kill the king!
Wait a second. Do you realize that tea is the king's property? And you still want to dump it? Do you know what destroying the king's property is considered? Destroying the king's property is considered an act of treason. You know what the punishment for treason is?
I'll put your head.
Not quite the same. But it is death. Death by hanging on Boston Common. They don't leave you there, they don't cut you down once you're dead. They leave you there till your bones show, until you don't smell so nice anymore. As an example to everyone else. Are you all ready to die for the cause of freedom?
Yeah!
I'm with them, I'm not. Let's have a different idea.
George Washington Tea Party.
Huh?
George Washington Tea Party. Fresh.
Start the Washington Tea Party. Burn it. We said start the
Okay.
Washington Tea Party.
Well, that's a good name for whatever we decide to do with it. Another one who wants to dump it.
Take a vote.
Take a vote.
Wait a second. We have to get some more ideas. You back there. Yes, you that just turned around looking. No, you. No. She just turned around and looked at you. You. Yes, you. What can we do with the tape?
So you throw it in the water.
Give it to a friend. Well, okay, apparently a lot of you are hung up with that idea of dumping the tea. And now that I think of it, it is a decent idea because if the tea's at the bottom of Boston Harbor, we can't very well pay any taxes on it, can we? But we need a way around that death by hanging part. You have an idea? Boycott it? Well, as I said, if we boycott it, a lot of people would still buy it. What? No. How can we get around that death by hanging part? Dress up as Mohawk Indians? Disguise ourselves? I thought you looked familiar. In fact, a few of you were there. Remember a few years ago? We protested Townsend duties?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We marched on the Customs House, acting like Mohawk Indians then? You all remember that, right?
Right. Here.
And we were so fierce in that protest that they started calling us Samuel Adams' Mohawks, sons and daughters of liberty.
Yes.
So, if we disguise ourselves as Mohawks this time, we won't be singled out, so none of us will be hung for treason. And the people will know that it's Samuel Adams' Mohawks marching on their behalf. And the actual Mohawks won't be blamed for it because they're from New York. So that's a very good idea, sir. And on your part as well. But this is a democracy we're struggling to form. Okay. I think we have our idea. This is a democracy we're struggling to form, so we will have to put it to a vote. Okay? Vote as loud as you can. All good patriots who want to march down to Griffin's Wharf disguised as Mohawk Indians and dump 342 crates of tea into the harbor signify so by saying aye. Aye! That was a good resounding aye. But some of you didn't vote. maybe this will appeal to you a little more. All yellow belly Tory, nice and simple, so everyone should get it. I'm gonna say dump the tea, and you're all gonna say back as loud as you can, into the sea. You got that? Yeah. Okay, let's give it a couple tries. Dump the tea! Into the sea! Come on, you can be louder than that. I've heard Girl Scout troops do it better. Oh. Okay, let's try it again. Dump the tea! Of course they were West Austrian Girl Scouts. Hey. Okay, one last time. Let's get your hands in the air. Dump the tea! This meeting can do nothing more to save our country. So, excuse me, speaking by. Dump the tea! Okay. If I don't see you saying it, I'm going to pig on you. Okay? Dump the tea!
Into the sea.
Okay. It's more like it. Let the size fool you. For our task, it's just as immense as theirs. For right on this ship, we have 112 of the 342 crates. So it's going to take all of our strength and all that energy that got stirred up at the meeting. But we're not in this alone. We did bring some help with us, some moral support. If you look up on shore, you will see hundreds, maybe even thousands of our fellow patriots here to cheer us on. Well, there's some right over there. Let's wave to them.
Yes, supposed to be people.
Hey, you on the bridge! Wave back! Come on, wave back! Sorry! Okay, well, obviously, those people aren't on our side. But no matter what side they're on, I don't care, because I'm happy that they're up there anyways, because if you look 500 yards in that direction, what do you see? British warships. British warships! The guns are pointed straight at us! Calm down, ma'am. Calm down. Calm her down, please. Okay, don't throw it yet. Now, the rest of us are going to cheer them on by counting to 3, then shouting, dump the tea, then they'll do it. Now, before we do that, though, I want you to check your feet, make sure you're not standing on the rope so you don't go over with the tea. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3, dump the tea! Huzzah!
Just throw it way out there. Don't stand on the rope, Joe.
I'm not there in an hour. Put it down at the waterfront, down this way, about a half a mile south, is the aquarium, where there's a water taxi. $1 a person. It is.
It gives you unique camera views of this from the ocean and the ship. It's good. And, but you should go in if you can. So we have west, straight back, north, USS Constitution. You can go.
I'll catch up. I thought they said they were closing it.
Yes, because it's going to rain.
Sallıyorsun makineyi. Salladın.
Garbage.
Everyone to take a few steps up to but not past the rope. Come on in, just a few steps side to side, but one foot in front of the other. I got some close adventure coming in. You are way too far back for that. Oh, you can do it, you brave. Come on in, just a little bit. Help me get a crowd going here. Okay, now, it's going to take some time and a lot of work to get out of this. When I do emerge in a few minutes, I hope to emerge to the sound of thunderous applause and rousing cheers. But first, I have to get out. Here we go. Hey, you did a fine job, Ron. I think I'm stuck. Shut up. It's not funny. This is hard work. up here, right there, after being plucked from the air and tossed back into that hand. The trick, of course, is that it goes up my sleeve. You're not buying it, are you? Okay, watch it again. This time I'll toss it from one hand to the other. Now I'm going to do this one last time before I do, though. I need everyone to come on in a few steps. It's close-up magic, not HBO. Come on in. I know you're dying to see the post. Kind of trick that drives you crazy, doesn't it? Has to go someplace. I think. It's not between my fingers. You see, it's still right here. And the crowd goes wild. Semi-wild. Well, give me a second or two to get these boots off to catch my... Now this is called a double stick. And it was invented in Peking many centuries ago. Ever notice how everything invented in Peking was invented many centuries ago? Good crowds clap at this spot. Yay! In case you're wondering, no, there aren't any strings or magnets. It's all made out of wood, tape, and practice. The only problem with Chinese juggling is that an hour after finishing, you have a sudden urge to juggle some more. Ooh. Now I'm about to do a series of the most difficult double stick moves. Ooh, almost dropped it. The most difficult moves that I know how to do. So if I get these right, I want to hear some noise from you people. Something you probably have never seen before.
Suspected witch.
off the main coast.
Water line.
Rapidly. Nice view. Out in about 12,000 years. It took 12,000 years to cut the gorge back 7 miles. So it started way down where the last glacier. Right by the ridge.
Look out the way up
Oh, this is where the David Clark comes. Big garden.
Big garden.
Big garden.
This is my personal backyard.
Yeah, and about.
You guys need to weed it a little more often, okay?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
I'll race you. I'll race you.
You got fish in the fish pond.
This way. This way.
What do you think, Jacob?
You don't want to go down there.
Okay.
You'll die.
You want a canoe through there?
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
Long way down there.
What do you think, Mom? You don't think? Why?
It's pretty treacherous down there.
It does. And big rapids.
Big ones.
Gardens, second level is a Greek amphitheater area. Right above the gardens is the big Casino Niagara. 2 big levels of casinos. And the falls on the left.
There they are, Mark.
The water falling down?
So the first falls on the left, you have the American Falls. And then next to the American Falls is a little falls called the Bridal Veil. And
Lay down at that rock.
Way down there.
Hey guys, what do you think?
This is magnificent. But the real thrill is when we get behind the wall.
Oh yeah? What do you think about it?
I gotta go to the bathroom.
It's like you're about to lose your head. You like falls?
Yeah.
Hey guys, turn around. Mom's gonna take a picture. Turn sideways so she'll get you. Let's get the picture from her over there.
Oh, you gotta catch the back.
Chico, where's school rock?
See, the only wet spot down there don't forget is when you go up your steps.
Where's school rock?
Yeah, when you get out, it's right behind the falls, just right on that deck, and that's when you get a shower.
Okay.
We give you plenty of time.
That's when we'll have
Real shower.
Take your time.
All your time, just let me know.
I gotta wait in line to get out. Wonderful.
You hear that thunder? That's the fall.
Holy cow, do you think I did? They were following you.
Oh, she's lit up.